every day.
Yeah. So I'm doing this every week right now.
Yeah, that's fine.
You know what I'm saying? Every week.
That's fine.
And once we get our numbers up, like I want to go like
but I think you really
more often.
You really get your numbers up by frequency. So if you surprise them, if you're doing it every week, you say, fuck it, I'm going to drop one Tuesday or Wednesday and just throw it out. It just increases your frequency.
Yeah.
Because we are like literally in this world of social media, artificial intelligence, and what we're in, we're pretty much hamsters. We're all hamsters in a fucking cage. And it's just about which hamster is getting the more attention, especially in entertainment. It has nothing to do with talent, and it has nothing to do with how interesting your podcast is. Nothing but attention. That's it.
You think so?
I am 100% sure. I have done the shittiest Instagram. I have a video that I did, a side-by-side video of me talking about a lace front wig, and I put it on Facebook, and I don't even think it's funny. It has over 17 million views.
God damn.
So it doesn't matter. It's just about the output. It does not fucking matter. I don't think in this particular time we in, I don't think people necessarily care about.
I disagree.
The quality.
I disagree. I think people do care.
I don't think they do.
I think people do care about the quality. You may not realize it, but especially like when it's like so here's my thing. Here's what I think. When it comes to the quality, right? It depends on how big you trying to take it. Are you trying to take it to like make it like a TV thing, or are you trying to expand? But if you just putting out content, yeah, people will share your shit. But if you just throwing shit on Facebook, yeah, it don't matter about the quality. But if you trying to do something else,
how the fuck did I get 17 million views talking about a fucking wig?
Because it's dumb shit and motherfuckers just silly and they just sharing it.
And at the same time, I have a Facebook video of me making Kevin Hart cry, laugh, in tears as I'm doing a stand-up show with only 400,000 views. I mean, let's just be real.
Okay, so
I think there is a percentage to like the quality, but I think that percentage is smaller than the people who are just reaching for your videos for a fucking dopamine release. That's it. This is about making the mind release dopamine. It's almost like a rat in a fucking trap, and he hits the button, and when every time he hits the button, he gets a dopamine release in his brain. That is what is going on right now.
So here's the thing though. What are you trying to do with it though?
Well, I'm very conflicted and confused right now because, with me being an older comic starting in 2002, starting in a time when, you just fucking become a beast, admit something to be a beast and be funny. We're now at a time of just massive content where it doesn't mean shit. The differentiator or the factor that makes you stand out is your consistency in showing up. It does not matter if that video was funny or if it wasn't funny. It doesn't fucking matter. And furthermore, it's not even for you to judge if it was funny. You might throw some shit you think suck, and people are like, oh my God, that's crazy. That's your boy. I mean, that's literally where we're at.
Because it's expendable content, though. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's expendable.
Right. So you talking to a guy, I came up in the old Uptown Comedy Club, coming up in the worst rooms, the hardest rooms you could fucking imagine, where people will literally boo you and tell you to kill yourself, and overcoming that and becoming very strong in those rooms to a place where down is up and up is down, because that's where we're at right now in this current environment where talent means nothing. it doesn't mean shit.
I say I disagree on that, man.
I don't.
You gotta have, because in the age of the Instagram comedian, right?
Yeah.
A lot of them killed on Instagram, and then they was like, I'm gonna go do stand up. You don't see a lot of them transitioning over. They probably want to,
It does, dude,
but they didn't translate. They just
I
translation.
had
and
an hour-long conversation with the owner of Atlanta Comedy Theater, who used to own Uptown Comedy Club.
and his thing was, it's just about the asses in the seats.
Well, he's a fan of comedy.
Mm-hmm.
So he was telling me, it was like, dude, it's more about now, when you could put up, this comedian's been seen on Def Jam or Comic View, and this is a really funny guy. These kids, the youth, because I'm 43. How old are you?
40.
Right. So we in our 40s. So these kids now, it's not about the talent. It's more important for them to get a picture with this person. So they're on this journey to get a picture. It don't even.
You talking about the people
matter.
who watch comedy?
Not even who watch comedy. If they see somebody online or on the gram that they really into, it's very important for them to get a picture with this person. So they will pay that $50 ticket or that $100 ticket to get to the mission. The goal is to get a picture with them. That's what he's telling me. You know what I'm saying? And this is no knock, because I'm cool with all my IG niggas. Shout out to y'all, because it's a great hustle, building your own business, shit like that. But it's just we're in a different generation. We're in a different time.
Yeah, but how long does that last?
It's been lasting now, nigga, for over 10 years. Have you done the math?
What do you
When
mean?
did Instagram come out?
Probably about 5 years ago.
Instagram ain't been out no 5 years.
5 to 7 years ago.
Bro, let me see.
2013 maybe.
2013? Is
Yeah.
that when it came out?
Probably. I would, if
That's
I'm guessing.
7 years.
Yeah, I'm guessing. But 2013.
Let me Google Instagram, because you don't have a Jamie like they do at Rogan. That nigga.
We got a jazz though. We got a jazz.
Jamie at Rogan, nigga. That is the great. It was 2016.
Nope. Instagram started Insta Stories in 2016.
So Instagram came out in like 14.
So 6 years ago.
About.
Yeah, about 6 years ago.
So I mean, I just think.
2010.
So
10 years
2010,
ago.
we're 10 years in.
Okay.
So and then too, they took a lot. You really have to calculate from when the time Vine died until now. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a different genre.
Vine and Instagram kind of like overlapped each other.
Well, Instagram pretty much ate Vine up, like
Yeah.
they about to do TikTok.
Yeah. With those reels.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you know, it's just a different game, and this ain't no knock to anybody. This, however you getting your motherfucking paper, get your motherfucking paper. If that shit working, you stick with it. Hustle the game, and don't let the game hustle you.
Yeah, because all this shit is a hustle, man.
That's all.
All this is but my thing was about the quality versus quantity. Like if what you trying to do is you just trying to get quantity.
Dude.
What I'm focused on is the quality of it.
Dude, I noticed this. I noticed certain things. So if I go heavy on IG and I'm doing 5 to 6 videos a day, I'm just signaling, meaning like I look at my videos. If I do a side-by-side video, which typically gets me the most attention, that's a flyer. That's like saying, hey, check me out.
Yeah.
Get into me without telling you directly to get into me.
Right.
So when I raise that frequency, I get more attention. I get more bookings. I get more people looking at me in the grocery store. I get all that shit. And it has nothing to do with my talent.
But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. I think the difference is if you're peacocking, right? Peacocking so you can get attention, so you can get more bookings is one thing. But if you had an idea for your own show, right? You will put the quality into it, so then somebody who is a producer or an executive be like, you know what? We like that show. We see the potential on it. We're going to invest in the show.
Nigga,
So it's a difference.
I threw the game opening pitch for the White Sox.
Okay. What does it
from
mean?
talking shit.
On
Ain't a
Instagram.
lot of motherfuckers threw out that game opener. I did.
But that's what I'm saying. If
I
you
did.
I know, but if
I
you,
don't think it matters. I think as older comics,
listen what I'm saying.
we make
though.
it harder on ourselves because we put ourselves in these parameters of trying to make this great product when you don't need to do shit but just throw shit out.
No,
I can promise you.
so,
And
but
we
it's
can do
about
listen, I'm
Okay.
glad I'm on this show.
We can-
When does this come out? When does this come out?
Tuesday.
So this comes out, hold on, this Wednesday.
Yep.
So this will be on, hold on. This will be on the 29th.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm going to show you and I'm going to show your listeners. Starting on the 29th, I'm going to drop 5 videos a day for 30 days.
Okay.
And I can almost promise you about 15 of those videos will go super viral. With nothing. And I don't edit. I'm not going to cut them. I'm just going to talk.
Saying what? Just
Whatever I
bullshit.
see. Look at this motherfucker. This nigga got 14 babies. Go on and on. And it will be eaten up. That is the current state that we're in. And we have to identify it. I think older comics we lose when we try to figure it out and not just act.
So you saying you think people just need to put out more quantity? Fuck the quality.
Fuck the quality. It matters. It does not fucking matter. Not in the Instagram space. Like maybe if you writing for a show for Hulu or Netflix or some shit like that, yes. But in this Instagram space, in this Facebook space, in
Yeah.
this Twitter space, no.
Do you have
Showing up.
do you have an idea for a show? Like something that
Oh,
you
yeah,
want to do?
Fucking right. My show coming.
And you're not gonna put that on Instagram, right?
Fuck no.
Exactly.
I'm gonna get the bag.
But I'm saying something that
But in the meantime,
The
because
content that you-
understand, if you just throwing shit out on Instagram, which is what I do,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? Like you say with the writers and shit in Hollywood, they're gonna take that motherfucker and run with it, and your shit is gone. And there's no recourse because you threw it out.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. But if you had an actual idea that you could produce yourself,
Everybody,
you wouldn't just be throwing that shit up on Instagram.
Everybody that looks at these platforms on
Mm-hmm.
YouTube, I have very shitty videos that have gone viral. Anybody that's looking at these platforms on YouTube, Instagram, or Facebook, there is probably a very high number of people that watch these videos and go, how the fuck did this get all these goddamn views and comments and likes?
Listen,
Because it makes no sense.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
in a time, we are living in a time where up is down is up, left is right, and right is left. Nothing makes fucking sense. The only way you can attack it is by the doing and just being active and making a move. When you sit and try to think, you lose.
instead of just putting out the
Putting
content.
it out. I have the shittiest videos.
What's the shittiest video you put out where you was like,
Nigga,
The
I'm
wig one?
talking
A lace
about
front one?
a lace front. 17 point, I think it's a 17.4 million.
and that's just on Facebook, or do you put it
That's
on?
on Facebook. I put all my video. I put my videos on Instagram, Facebook.
Are you
YouTube,
monetizing on
Twitter.
Facebook?
They just let me monetize.
Really?
Yeah, I got to send my paperwork in, but I'm just able to monetize.
Is that the same process like if you do it on YouTube?
YouTube, I'm monetizing.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm monetizing on Facebook and YouTube, and I guess after a while, Instagram will start letting us monetize on that platform as well.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So after 17 million views on Facebook, can you go back and monetize all your other ones? Or
I don't know. I don't think you can you're not able to monetize until you meet all those parameters, and you get paid from that point on.
so you can't
So
go
I
back.
don't think I highly doubt I don't know, because I got to do my paperwork and send shit in.
Yeah.
And then maybe I'm going to see what that first check is.
Yeah, because 17 million, that should be,
I mean, but
that should be at least a 5-figure check.
But that video, it wasn't 3 minutes. You need to have more. You have to.
So they had,
you need to monetize. First of all, to monetize, you have to have your Facebook fan page. Number one, you can't monetize off a personal page.
Right.
Okay.
What about a business page?
Yeah, that's your business page.
Okay.
Your Facebook fan page is your business page.
Oh, okay.
So I put that video on my personal page, and that video might have been a minute. You know what I mean? The only videos that can be monetized, they need to be 3 minutes and above.
Oh, shit.
So like when I do these my Instagram videos now, like 3 to 5 minutes, and I'm rambling or talking, but I don't give a fuck because I put them out and they do what they do.
And that's what I'm saying. Like that kind of material, that kind of content is just throwaway. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody. I mean, dude, people are looking for a dopamine release. They're looking from a scientific standpoint when we talk about dopamine and what dopamine does. So dopamine is a neurotransmitter. Like
this nigga's a pharmacist, so
yes,
this
I'm a pharmacist. as well.
That's why this nigga
So
know all this shit.
when people are taking cocaine or ecstasy, dopamine is the happy neurotransmitter that is released from the brain. So when a person is looking at their phone, which we look at our phones probably 6,000 to 7,000 times a day, you're not just looking for that phone. You're looking for without you knowing, you're looking for a chemical reaction, and that's dopamine. So when you see that screen that's lit up and you see the gossip on the shade room and you go to Media Takeout and you go to World Star and you see a motherfucker get shot up on Instagram Live or whatever, your brain is releasing fucking dopamine, which you are goddamn addicted to.
Yeah.
And that's what this is about.
Yeah.
This is scientific right now. This phone, this social media culture is bigger than just social media. It's a chemical reaction that your body is having. And we are all, including myself, being controlled by these big media giants, Facebook, Instagram, the internet.
Let me ask you this.
Et cetera.
What do you think is the next social media thing?
Virtual reality.
Like AI?
Virtual reality.
Or like
AI is already in this shit. AI is the algorithm. So, when these people in Silicon Valley, they give this algorithm a goal. And so like with Instagram and Facebook, the algorithm's main goal is to keep our attention on Facebook and Instagram.
So the virtual reality is kind of like what they're doing for the bubble with the basketball games.
Well, your virtual reality, we all get off work and go home and get on a headset. You're gonna put on fucking goggles and you're gonna sit there and it's gonna release even more dopamine than you getting now because you'll be able to put yourself in an altered reality. So now you can be whoever the fuck you want to be. You want to be a fucking big time entertainer, celebrity, cartel,
so get
drug
off
dealer,
of work.
or whatever the fuck you want to be. You will be able to simulate yourself into an altered reality, and we will literally be in headsets in our rooms. That's where we're going.
Hell no, I don't.
That is exactly where we're going.
So you gonna get off work, go home.
Fucking right. You're
Put you
gonna
on
be
a
at
helmet.
work all day. You're literally, this is where we're going. You're literally gonna be at work to make the money to pay your subscription.
To get on virtual
To
reality.
get the fuck off work, to put this goddamn helmet on, and to get your brain to elicit that neurotransmitter that you need. This is drugs, dog.
God
This is what they're selling us. And as a comedian, if I wasn't a comedian, I wouldn't even have this phone. But, for me, our business as comedians is for us to sell tickets, to sell merchandise. We make our living off of that.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
we need this shit. You
So
can't.
you can take the apps off.
No, nigga, you gotta be on there to see what's going on, to comment, to talk about, to have jokes about.
Yeah.
You have to be of the world to make observations, to give input on it.
Yeah.
Because people are reaching to you for the laugh, which helps to release what? More dopamine. This is dopamine,
But
baby.
dopamine, that dopamine release has been happening without the phones for years. When you actually had to go outside and talk to a motherfucker and be like,
Right.
this is my social
Right,
media
but
here.
Yeah, you had to do all that. But think about it now. You don't have to.
Especially in the pandemic.
If you can get the dopamine, you can get it. You gonna get it however you can. So if I can get that motherfucker sitting in my house pulling my big toe,
yeah, yeah.
niggas will be pulling on their big toe all day.
Just
They
to-
won't go no fucking where. That is where we're at right now. I don't know. People don't understand what's going on, but this is way bigger than us.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
at the same time, when you're hitting that dopamine button, they're collecting data. They're predicting what you're going to do when you wake up,
yeah.
where you're going to go, what moves you're going to make. And then off of those predictions, they're selling you shit. They know the
Right.
time to place that ad in front of your eyes.
Right.
So that's where we're at right now.
that shit crazy.
Nigga, we are comedians.
Yeah.
We in this bitch doing a radio show. We got in this shit to tell jokes. Look
Yeah.
at this shit. Every comedian is a podcaster and interviewer. We have all turned into Larry King
You're right.
because we don't have a choice.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't do them videos necessarily because I want to. A lot of times I have to
Why though?
because it's a way to fucking survive.
Dave
There's no
Chappelle-
other way to survive.
Dave Chappelle don't do that shit.
Right, but he's Dave Chappelle. He's in a different space. I can't compare myself to Chappelle.
But I'm saying, like, in order for Dave to survive in
so-
this climate, he
so
don't even got a social media
If
account.
there was no Chappelle show,
But he don't even have a social
if
media
there was
account.
if there was never a fucking Chappelle
You
show,
can't even add Dave Chappelle.
If there
you can't
was-
add him.
listen, if there was never a Chappelle show,
Right.
if there was never a lot of the things he did previously, how would he survive? How would you know him?
Just through TV and movies.
Who the fuck is watching TV and movies right now?
Everybody, especially right now.
What TV and movies do you know him from?
Well, not, I guess from no. Robin Hood, man with tights.
No.
Man with tights.
No niggas know him from that.
Robin Hood, Man from Tights. The movie that he wrote, Getting High. I forgot what the name of it is.
None of these were really classics.
And the TV show is his TV show that he developed. The
I
Chappelle
said
Show.
without the fucking
Chappelle
Chappelle show, how would you know it?
He was on what's the Eddie Murphy
You can't even name it.
Nutty
Listen
Professor.
to you.
Nutty Professor. Nigga was on
Nigga.
Nutty Professor. He
Nigga,
killed
really?
Nutty Professor. Killed.
He did, but we don't remember him from that.
What? That was a classic scene.
We remember him from that because this is the Chappelle show. This is
No.
come on, dude.
I guarantee you, people who seen Dave Chappelle on the Nutty Professor doing that,
Dude, in this-
they don't even know that's the
In
same
this-
person.
In this current climate, how do you as a comedian get attention? How?
So
Comic View? Def Jam? How the fuck do you get attention? How do you get people to say, who the fuck are you? How?
I mean, yes, you
How?
you do have to use
You
social
have
media.
1,000.
You have to use
You
social
have a
media.
1,000 fucking platform. Not, dude. Before we even get to the shows,
Yeah,
you have thousands of platforms.
yeah.
Each platform has thousands, if not millions, of shows that are streaming.
Yeah.
How the fuck do you get somebody to think about you?
You're right. You got to use social media. No, I'm not
It's
disagreeing.
a different time.
I agree, but the people who don't have social media,
Yo, are you crying?
no,
What, your eye leaking.
my eye leaking.
Yeah, it's like leaking right there.
The motherfucking sweat.
Are
It's
you-
alcohol.
Why are you sweating?
It's alcohol.
I'm not sweating. I'm drinking alcohol.
You haven't been drinking as much as I have.
Are you sick? I need to put my fucking mask on.
It's
This
alcohol.
nigga is leaking.
It's
and we in a
alcohol.
pandemic.
It's alcohol.
I have a family to go back to.
I got
son.
this is alcohol.
This is what I'm saying. Dave Chappelle is a brilliant genius. He is the fucking GOAT. Hands down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But in this current climate, for you to start as a comedian or for you to gain some type of attention and some type of notoriety, how the fuck do you get it? Outside of doing videos, outside of what do you do? What would you tell a new comedian coming in the game?
I would tell you.
Ain't no fucking there's no
Listen.
Johnny Carson. There's no Comic View. How?
There
How the
is.
fuck?
There
do
is.
What is
There
it?
is.
What?
It's podcasting. Podcasting is the new Johnny Carson. Joe Rogan is the new Johnny Carson.
He's definitely the new Johnny
He's the
Carson.
new Johnny Carson. So if you can get on stage, get it somehow, get into his circle or get into his space, and when you see him, I guarantee you can go. You can blow up.
That's all.
Because what's his name? What's the dude name? Dang it, Jamichael.
Who?
Damn, what his name is the one that he was on. Lil Rel was on his show.
Gerard.
Gerard Carmichael. You don't never see Gerard Carmichael
Gerard
doing,
getting money.
but you don't see him on. You don't see him on
He don't give a
Instagram.
fuck. He is. That
You don't see him on
motherfucker- that
Instagram. You don't
motherfucker
see
got a-
him-
He got huge deals. He's writing. He has a production deal.
Okay.
It's far different.
Have you ever seen him on? And how long is Gerard been on? 5-6 years.
Yeah.
Have you
So
ever seen him do some shit on Instagram?
So you're telling a young comic you still need to go the Hollywood route. And
No,
get
I'm not saying that.
the
I'm saying
traditional-
get your chops on the stage. You still at the end of the day, you still have to get your chops on the stage. At the end of the day, all this shit on Instagram, this Twitter, all this shit is cool. But if you get your chops on the stage, then yes, you can still make it in here. Because even though you may be on Instagram saying shit or throwing out content, at the end of the day, those executive producers, those writers, the motherfuckers, they looking at talent. They looking at talent. Your audience or your fans or people, they looking at those motherfuckers like, oh, that's just throwing out content. Other motherfuckers, they looking at talent. And Gerard Carmichael is
No,
talent.
He's a very talented brother.
He's talent, and that's why he's
But
still
as
able
we,
to
as
eat.
we as
he's
we
still
go
be able,
down, as years progress, is it still counting?
Why is it not?
I don't know. I'm asking
no,
you
I'm telling-
because
I
this
think
is
it
what
is.
I'm seeing.
I think it is still counting.
I'm just going off what I'm seeing as a comedian and what I'm seeing is going on. I don't know, bro. I'm in a fucking dilemma. Like what?
because
matters?
you're looking at the people who are out in public and who out I would say making the most noise. You looking at the people who's making the most noise versus the people who are.
So with Hollywood, right?
We had this conversation the other day on the
So,
phone.
and I'm going to talk to you about that. We can bring that up here. So, I believe that I agree with you in that Joe Rogan is the new Johnny Carson.
Mm-hmm.
And I told you on the phone, I said Joe Rogan leaving L.A. and moving to Texas is the equivalent of Johnny Carson leaving New York and moving to L.A.
Mm-hmm.
So, with him leaving Hollywood
Mm-hmm.
and leaving the Comedy Store, what happens to comedy? Is this LA we're in right now? Is Texas LA?
No,
It must be.
no.
It has to be.
No, because
Because
all you have
all
to
his
do.
friends have left.
You're right.
The Comedy Store is altered.
But here's the thing: when you go on Joe Rogan's show, right?
Mm-hmm.
You on there for 2 or 3 hours. You can just go to Austin for 2 or 3 hours, and then you can go make your money around the rest of the world. Like, you don't have to be in. What I think this pandemic has shown me is that you don't have to be in one particular spot. You don't have to be in LA. You don't have to be in New York. You don't have to be in one particular spot. You could be in anywhere because exactly what you're saying, that phone and the internet could take you anywhere. It can
So
take you anywhere.
would you agree with me in saying that Hollywood is is a cloud now?
What you mean the cloud?
You know how you got the iCloud, so anywhere you go, you can access it. So is Hollywood turned into an iCloud in a sense of, you know, you have your connects and the people you've met and those relationships that you've built, but you're able to talk to these people through FaceTime, Zooms. So has Hollywood turned into a cloud at this point? Because nobody's working there. All the production is in Georgia. It's in Louisiana. It's in Texas. What has Hollywood turned into?
So here's what I think the difference is, right? Once you go into production, you probably do go to those states because they have, I guess, lower rates to actually shoot. But the actual getting it started, where it appears on paper first, you still gonna have to go to Hollywood.
And how much longer do you think that will last?
I think I said for a good 10 to 20 years.
I don't think so.
I think so.
You're greatly overstating that estimate.
No, I think I would say on the low end, another 10 years.
You're telling me you, like, let's just say you had a net worth of $20 million.
Mm-hmm.
You're relatively young. I mean, we young old motherfuckers being
Yeah.
in our 40s.
Yeah.
And you have a net worth of $20 million.
Mm-hmm.
You can come to this great state of Texas, not pay any state income tax.
Right.
Right off the bat, you done saved yourself $6-7 million. So you telling me these motherfuckers are gonna stay in California and pay all them high taxes, live with this homeless population that they cannot control? They're going to live with a governor that lets people loot, kick fucking doors in. And you say they gonna do that for the next 10 to 20 years just because they have a waterfront view?
No.
No way.
No, I'm saying
It's not gonna happen.
I'm saying it's only 4 studios that control the mass majority of movies, right? The motherfuckers ain't
And they can cut
they-
you
they
got
got some-
one
they
motherfucker.
got $1 billion
Right,
invested.
you got billion. Right,
And so they not just
let's
going-
just say
they're not going without that, you know
let's
what I'm
say
saying?
that studio head, he's worth billions of dollars, right?
Mhm.
Guess where he gonna have those movies shot at, my friend? In Georgia, because he's gonna save money.
Right, he's gonna shoot
His
them in
job
Georgia. He's
is
gonna
to
shoot
save
them.
money.
What I'm saying,
And-
he's gonna
and
film
out
them
of-
in Georgia.
Out of his own selfish shit, he might stay in California.
No,
but
listen.
the whole business now is in a cloud. People can shoot and do shit wherever they at.
But that's what I'm saying. As a studio head, right? He's gonna be able to shoot anywhere he wants to. When that production is done, guess where they gonna go back and edit it? Guess where they're gonna do the score at? Guess where they're gonna?
Where they gonna edit it?
Yes.
They're gonna edit it where the taxes make sense.
All the editors.
I shot Uncle Drew with Rail. Shout out Rail. I shot that shit in Georgia.
Okay,
Okay, they get a tax credit just for shooting the movie there.
that's what I'm saying. Because it's cheaper to shoot it in there.
They edited that motherfucker in Georgia.
In Georgia?
They did everything in Georgia. Because if they would have took that bitch back to California, they would have gutted it.
But this is what I'm
That's
saying
what
too.
would have happened.
But this is what I'm saying too. Tyler Perry has made Atlanta like the new Hollywood.
Dude, I did a punch up for Bad Boys for life. I worked with Will Smith and Martin. I met Will, Martin, the great guy, everybody. Okay? I sat there
And that was in Miami or was that in Georgia
No,
too?
in Georgia.
Oh, okay.
That last scene when the house is on fire and shit,
Yeah.
that was shot in the fucking Diana Ross soundstage, nigga. I watched the whole fucking thing. I was talking to those guys, the production, the crew. They were telling me how, Tyler is making so much money because Tyler's making a lot of money from renting these sound stages, which is state of the art, brand new.
What you
He's
mean?
renting these sound stages to Sony, to Universal.
Oh yeah, because it's cheaper.
Exactly. They don't give a fuck.
But I'm
It's
saying
all
that's-
about the money.
That's business, though. He like,
Exactly.
So
That's why I'm telling you that Hollywood
but yeah,
will turn into a cloud.
but guess where?
Hollywood is a cloud now.
But
like
guess
an
where?
iCloud.
But guess where they had to take that movie back to? California.
Yeah, for them motherfuckers to watch it and say, "Yo, I don't like this
To
shit."
watch
Send
it.
send it back to Georgia and have them edit it there. Dude, this shit has changed, bro.
Yeah. I here's my thing. I just don't think California is dead in that aspect. I don't feel like
It's over.
I don't feel like is going nowhere.
It's over, bro.
A lot of motherfuckers is just jumping ship, I think prematurely, but I think probably in 10 years, like you can go anywhere. You can go anywhere and shoot anything. And
Right.
And the
That's-
internet.
You could do that now. That's what I'm telling you. Hollywood is the cloud, essentially. It's turned into the iCloud. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So, you know, I know certain people in Hollywood, right? And I have this idea. I can email them my idea, pitch my idea, do a Zoom meeting with my idea. And they say, man, we really like that, LeVar. Here's a budget. And then they send me this fucking budget. And I'm able to shoot my film in Georgia.
No, fuck no. That's not how that shit's gonna work. You gonna submit your idea, right? This is how it's gonna work. You gonna submit your idea, right? You gonna submit your idea. They gonna, hey, we love this idea. We want to talk to you. Come to California so we can have a meeting. You gonna have a meeting. They're gonna pair you with a production company. They're gonna pair you with a production company.
Wrong.
And then when you and the people on the production company, once you guys get your idea together, they're gonna say, you know what, we're gonna pay for a pilot.
Dude.
We're gonna
Dude.
pay for a pilot.
Dude. So, you know,
They're not gonna give you no goddamn
I-
money to
I
shoot
was-
your idea.
why not?
Are
It's changed, bro.
you fucking crazy?
Dude,
Do you
we're not
understand
going
it?
back. We are not going back. We've had COVID. It's not going back. We're only going forward. It's not going back to that
Do you not
shit.
see this shit opening up slowly but surely?
Man, no.
This shit is opening up slowly but surely, where motherfuckers is going right back to the regular way it was before
I don't
COVID.
think so, bro.
You don't think so?
Before COVID, right, I got a call to meet with a showrunner in L.A.
Mm-hmm.
I said, I'm not in L.A. Y'all gonna fly me out or what? Nah, we ain't gonna fly you out. Don't worry about LeVar. We'll do a FaceTime.
Okay. FaceTime.
Did a FaceTime.
Okay, cool.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Got another call. LeVar, the executive, want to talk to you. We'll do another FaceTime. Another FaceTime.
Okay.
I didn't have to leave Georgia.
Okay.
That is where we're at.
I
Don't you-
understand that, but
don't
I'm
you
saying
understand?
when it comes to when the rubber hits the road and they want to actually get your idea on camera,
It's changed, bro.
they're gonna pair you with the production company.
Dog, you telling me, dude, people have been in their houses doing these Zoom meetings and doing fucking deals.
How-
I've talked to
how much you
several
think-
high-profile comics that have sold millions of dollars in deals over Zoom meetings. It's never going the fuck back. It's not. You have to, bro.
I give you by next summer. I give you by 2021 summer. This shit's gonna be back open like it wasn't never closed.
It's not going back, bro.
You're crazy.
It'll never go back.
Now you be able to talk to somebody, yes, over Zoom. You be able to talk to people all day, but once your idea comes together, they're gonna pair you
Bro,
with. They're gonna pair you with.
Because people have adapted to this shit now.
I know, but
Why the fuck I want to see you in person?
no. If we're just
I did a whole
discussing
fucking
idea
table read for a season show on Zoom, and we had a
because
great
you
time.
couldn't go to
Exactly.
California.
So like,
But once it's back open,
look at the money and time that was saved.
they don't
How
give
the
a
fuck Zoom done went? The stock on Zoom is up 1,000 fucking %. They're not going back.
Let me ask you this.
God damn, Dante.
Let me
That's
ask
what
you
I'm trying
this.
to tell you.
Let me ask you this. let's just look at TV, right? Let's just look at TV. Let's just take Hollywood out of it. Even like Sports Center, right? Even the First Take, them motherfuckers was doing First Take via Zoom. And now I will look up this morning, the motherfuckers is back in the studio, face to face. When they could have literally just made it where why are we going back in the studio?
Listen,
we can still
bro,
do the Zoom like
I
we've
don't-
been doing.
I don't see it, dog. I think Hollywood will be in the cloud. I think this shit has changed. I think the landscape has changed. And personally, and you know, I accept your response. I accept your opinion. But how I feel personally is that we're forever changed, and I don't think we're going back.
So you don't think it's ever going to be any kind of personal contact or anything like that?
Well, it will. You know, you might meet people and shit like that, but I think we are forever changed. I think like you will get your auditions through Zooms and through email, which we were before, but now they're taking it more serious.
Do you see all these white people fighting to get their mask off for people to go be in person again and and talking to each other?
I'm watching it, bro, but
Oh,
I'm watching it. But
2021.
the death's still going up.
True that.
They're still going up. So
True that. I just feel like at some point this shit's gonna get back. They about to start. They about to start releasing this vaccine soon. What's the
right.
name say
And
by
I
Christmas?
probably have to. I will probably be administering those
Yeah.
vaccines as a
Yes.
pharmacist.
Yes.
So
Once people start taking vaccines, I'm telling you, it's
Listen.
gonna be back to normal. It's gonna
I
be
don't know, bro.
back to normal.
it's gonna be hard. They might. What happens if coronavirus? Because viruses. So the way viruses work, you know, they go from person to person, and they replicate by getting through RNA, getting into the cells, breaking into the cell, drilling into the cell, and altering DNA into the cell. Every time they go from another person, the virus is able to, you're able to change the genetic mutation of the virus. So the virus never stays the same. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you might have a vaccine, but what happens next year, the year after that? Or what happens if this shit ramps up into some super COVID virus?
I just seen.
What happens?
I don't know. I just seen today that what country was that? I want to say it was Russia, where they had a spike in coronavirus things again. I think it was Russia.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think
Right.
this shit is just gonna be forever out there. It's like the flu.
Right. So like they just said, it'll forever be out there. So, you know, if I can protect myself or somehow inhibit the virus by having a Zoom meeting with a person or having a socially distanced meeting, I'm going to do that. So, you know, we're back to what I'm saying, that Hollywood is forever changed. This was the lowest rated Emmys.
When you
of
said
all time.
change, you mean what?
The way it'll operate. And you know what I'm saying? Because I think, like, as an artist, you know, if you're an artist right now, rapper, comedian, singer, whatever you may be, I think this is the greatest time for artists, in the fact that you can pretty much control your destiny by just putting out consistent content.
Yeah.
Now, back to my original statement of, does quality matter over quantity? I don't believe it does. I believe you need to just put out as much as you can and be as original as you can, being yourself and getting over a fear of trying to judge this shit. You just need to be ahead of the ball and distributing as much information and material as you possibly can.
Okay. All right. We can agree to disagree. So here's because I know you're a huge Kanye West fan.
Right.
So the what Kanye West is putting out there about the contracts and everything,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like what that's going to do.
That's a double-edged sword too.
What you mean?
It's a double-edged sword in the sense of if I'm a record company and I have 20 artists, only one of them motherfuckers gonna pop.
That's the way.
So I've put up, that's a double-edged sword in the sense of I have these 20 artists. I put $100,000 into all 20 of these goddamn artists.
Right.
19 of them, I'm going to lose 1.9 million
Yeah.
out of these 20, and
Yeah.
one is going to pop.
Yeah.
So most of my money is definitely upfront. It's definitely loans. So that's up to the artist. Are you going to take this deal? Did you sign this paper? Did you want that Bentley, nigga? Did you want that fucking? Did you want your jewels?
Yeah.
You signed that shit.
Yeah.
And you need to honor it.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna shed a fucking tear because niggas want to move like that. It's another way you can move. Master P, when that motherfucker offered him $1 million and he had $20 in his bank account, he said no.
Yeah.
He had that choice to say fucking no.
Yeah.
So you can't sit here and cry because niggas want the Bentley, they want the Rolls Royce, they want the mansion.
Yeah.
If you want that up front, there's a price to be paid for it.
Yeah.
Nigga hurt. Struggle.
Yeah.
Sell your shit on your own.
Yes.
So I don't want to hear that shit because Kanye wouldn't be Kanye without that
deal.
motherfucking deal.
Yeah.
If Universal didn't get that nigga that deal, you wouldn't know it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So now that you a billionaire, you sell sneakers, which I buy, which I've bought 1 million pairs, and you don't make your money through music, of course you can shout this shit.
Yeah.
Tell a nigga in the motherfucking hood, his mama fucking starving. Ain't no food in the motherfucking house. And a motherfucker trying to get this nigga $200,000 in motherfucking cash, man. Be real. What you need to do is be honest. You take the $200K and you let them own your royalties and all your shit, or you say no, get your shit out the fucking mud, sell it out the trunk, and build it on your own. It's as simple as that. Ain't nobody got time to fucking cry because at the end of the day, those companies have taken losses on lots of artists.
Right.
Talk about the niggas that didn't make it.
Right.
It ain't a lot of Kanye West and Jay-Z's.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. Yeah. True. True that.
So he's only showing one side of the fucking coin.
And that's because he's already benefited from
He
it.
done benefited.
Yeah.
Nigga, you made it.
Yeah.
Find me the struggling nigga. I want to hear him talk.
These rapper such and such.
Exactly. Let me listen to rapper such and such tell me how he feels about this situation. Not you, nigga.
Yeah.
You done made your money. And you keep reaping loans and shit from these motherfuckers.
I heard that he re-signed his deal like a year ago or something like
Exactly.
that. Like he,
So who the fuck is supposed to feel sorry?
I don't really.
If
Trust
me
nothing
as a
Kanye say.
businessman, right? So you tell me you need some money, right? And
Yeah.
I look at your podcast and I see it's profitable. I'm like, yo, listen, no problem.
Sure.
Dante, I'm gonna give you 500,000. But here's the deal. This is what I need. I'm gonna give you this. I can float you.
You gonna own
But I need
this shit.
a certain percentage of your ownership. I need a certain percentage of your licensing rights. I need all that.
Yeah. Yeah. You gonna take advertising
I'm
dollars?
not holding a gun to your fucking head for you to
Right.
take that fucking money.
Right.
Come on.
Right.
This is what it is. Don't be so one-sided. Educate people. Because of course, like the record business will never be the same. They can shut down tomorrow. Right? But you know.
And we didn't seen the record company damn near go out of business during that what was it when you would be able to download
Right.
music,
Yeah, and they
and-
still had to pay them motherfuckers.
yeah, yeah, when you was
Niggas was still getting paid.
yeah. Around the Facebook era, when Facebook first came out, when you was able to download music for free off the web, and motherfuckers and the record company has already had fronted that money, and they were waiting to recoup, but there was no recouping if I can get it for free. So I feel like
But now, like, this shit is the richest it's ever been, and like, you know, with you know, all these streaming services, you can literally, as a mixtape artist, your ass just need to put out as much music as you can, which goes over the fact of quantity versus quality, which is what I was telling you about, because you will be fucking pumping. One of them motherfuckers hit you, gone. Now you got the ball. Now you can tell a record company, whoever, motherfucker, you can give me $1 million, but I want 98% of my fucking royalties. I'll give you 2%, and fuck you. Like, that's how it works.
yeah. See, I'm in the mindset of I want to own my shit for as long as I can, and I'm cool with, hey, if you want to license it for a year or two, I'll license it to you. But taking the bag early, we've all seen this play out where you get fucked in the end, and it's because they're giving you money up front, right? They're giving you money up front, and then yes, they're gonna own you for until they either recoup or they double their money.
They're gonna earn you in perpetuity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
it's like, why would you even get that up in the beginning? To me, I'm like, why would you get that up?
Yeah.
I don't even. But yeah, man, we all over the place. Cause I wanted to ask you, how did you get started doing comedy?
Dude, I've been doing comedy my whole life since I was little. So, like, you know, I was an ugly child growing up.
Still.
I'm an ugly man.
Yeah.
But I was seeking out attention. You know what I'm saying? So
But what made you go to the stage with it? Cause it's different when you clowning with your friends.
I went to the stage. So I was a freshman in college, and I saw a brother doing some comedy. I'm like, man, that's pretty cool. And I remember doing comedy my first time at 19 at Jokes and Notes in Chicago. But I got booed, and I'm like, okay, this is not for me. So I didn't pick up a mic again until I was in my last year of pharmacy school. And at that point, I was just like, whatever happens, I'm going to keep doing it. You know what I'm saying? So it's all, to me, just been a passion, something I love to do. And even when I was in college, when I was in the undergrad and even in pharmacy school, not doing comedy, I was rather obnoxious. And the reason I was obnoxious was because of my burning desire to be on stage and to be entertaining people. So I would go up to groups of people without saying, you know, I wasn't like, yo, I'm a comedian.
Yeah,
I'm just fucking making niggas laugh. Ha ha. And the more laughs I got, the more, you know, the more I would give. So now it's 10 people in front of me just laughing, and I got them crying and shit, and I'm doing shit without even saying, hey, I want to be a comedian. You know what I'm saying? So my last year of pharmacy school, I was doing it and doing like pretty much white shows. And then I saw I couldn't make black people laugh, and I felt some kind of way about not making my own people laugh, because what good is your talent if you are not able to serve your own people? And that was a big problem for me. So I started doing heavy urban, and in 2001, 2002, urban comedy to me was a big challenge, because people got booed, you got an immediate reaction about how they felt about you. And so I mastered that, and I became comfortable in it, because, you know, I would get love from rappers, street niggas, pimps, hustlers, ball players.
Yeah.
Everybody was showing me love, so I kept going hard in that realm. And as a comedian now, looking back, you need to be able to do both crowds. So you gotta, like in basketball, you gotta have a strong right hand and a strong left hand.
What's the difference or what would you say the difference is between doing a white room and doing an urban room or a black room?
Timing.
Timing? How so?
The cadence in an urban room is sped up very, very fast. You know, nigga come out, dance for 5 minutes,
Yeah.
repeats what the song is, tells you, oh, that's my song. If I was in the hospital and that song came on, I would get up. And niggas laugh and holler and scream when it's shit. It's hacky shit. It's shit. You see what I'm saying? There's
Yeah.
no type of, there's no creativity in it. It's just a bunch of hack shit. It's nigga hack comedy.
Yeah.
And I can proudly say that. And if anybody is to refute me on this or call me some type of coon or cracker or whatever niggas do,
Yeah.
trust me, I will come and burn you in an urban room.
Yeah.
Because I can do like that's my shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
So what's the equivalent in the white room when you first go up? And you
well, the white room was more of a challenge to me because I was more comfortable doing urban. So in the white room, you don't have a DJ, you can't dance, there's nothing there but you and the mic and a crowd, and they're not gonna boo you. They're gonna sit in fucking silence as you die.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the sweet spot is being able to do both at a high level. That's where you win. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's what motherfuckers lose when they think that because you repping nigga night Tuesday that you a beast. No, nigga. Because when you come on the other side, you suck.
Yeah.
Because your cadence is wrong. You scared of silence. You don't know what the fuck you're doing.
Yeah.
So you have to be able to do both.
Yeah. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. And because when I met you, I think I met you like twice, indirectly 2 times, and then directly 1 time. We indirectly met on Facebook, like when Facebook first was popping. And then I met you in Orlando at the All-Star when Shaq was doing that comedy All-Star shit.
Oh yeah, when we did the auditions.
Yeah.
Yeah, I won that and got cheated out of it, and then still came back.
Yeah. What do you mean you got cheated out of it?
I think I was cheated
Why?
because
I thought they was picking you and...
Nah, nigga, they picked Robert Powell. They did not pick me from that.
Really?
No, Robert had won.
Oh, shit. I always thought it was like...
No. I ripped hard.
Yeah.
However, I had to leave because I had a show with Shaka Khan that night.
I remember you
And
was talking
I had
about
to go
that. Yeah.
fly back and get out of there, but I ended up missing my flight. And Robert, I guess, had won because he was doing the warm-ups for the actual taping of the show. So what ended up happening when I won the Miller Lite Comedy Search that Kevin Hart was judging, and Jeff Flanagan, was a part of that. That's when I got a call once I won that in Vegas. They was like, because they already knew me and were familiar with me. They said, "Hey, LeVar, you want to do some time on Shaq All Star?" I said, "Fucking right."
Yeah.
And I went and murdered that.
Yeah.
Okay. And shit, I had like 42 dates on that show after I got off stage. And I did 7 minutes in front of Michael Blackson, Gary, D-Ray. Yeah. That's how I got on that motherfucker, dog. That was
Really?
God. Like, it wasn't really, that was God, bro. It was God.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit. Because I just knew that. Because at first they were saying it was one winner. And then I thought it was like, oh, okay, well,
Nah, it wasn't
it was
two
so
winners.
close.
No, that nigga won.
Then they was just going to give it to both of y'all.
Nah, hell no.
You got to go up that night, though, right?
I didn't
Like,
do it.
after the auditions.
I came and did my shit, and then I got in my rental car and I had to go to the airport because I had to get the fuck out of there.
Mm-hmm.
But I missed my flight, so I came back and watched the taping of the show. And I was done. I was like, well, fuck it. I didn't get this. And when I got back to Atlanta, maybe 3 weeks later, I was in a gas station. And I still got the video. There was a Kevin Hart cutout in the gas station that said Miller Lite Comedy Competition. And I went and registered, and I won that motherfucker.
Yeah, I seen the video. Yeah.
I won. And
Yeah.
all of your fans can go on YouTube.
Yeah.
Comedian, pharmacist LeVar Walker makes Kevin Hart cry tears of laughter.
Yeah, I seen that.
And when I won that put me on the show.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. This shit is a marathon, man. This shit ain't. This is
definitely a marathon.
This
bro.
shit is a
but
marathon.
But I do think that as comics, we do have to adapt to the game. We have to continuously adapt because it's just not the same. I don't think it'll ever be the same. I could be wrong. I don't know everything. You know what I'm saying? But I just don't think it's the same.
I think people at the end of the day, people want to come out, right? They want to get out of their house and they want to come see you live, and that's where you really gonna make your money at. When they could come and see you live and perform,
Yeah.
that's where you really going to make your money, and that's where you really going, where people really gonna be like, I fuck with LeVar.
So do you think? So you still think that talent really matters?
Absolutely,
Really?
absolutely, 100%.
In urban,
In urban,
really?
yes. It's a lot of motherfuckers that can shuck and jive and dance and get your attention, but at the end of the day, you got to have some talent. You got to.
so.
In order to survive in this game. You could be, I don't want to put no rapper out there, but you could be a motherfucking that just gets some attention for a minute. You know what I'm saying? You could be a one-hit wonder in a comedy game, but are you going to be able to survive this game? Are you going to be able to have a long run in this? Because once you become infamous or famous, nigga, you can't. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? You can't go back to now working a regular job. So if you don't have no talent,
Nigga,
like
I'm-
for
I'm
real,
working a regular job. Just imagine working a regular job where you kind of getting recognized. Nigga, I'm in the pharmacy. Niggas like, oh shit,
it's cheaper to die.
nigga.
It's cheaper to die.
nigga. I got a mask on in that bitch. I have a mask on,
And they recognize you.
and a nigga like. Niggas looking, I'm like, yo, I got a mask on. I don't even have my glasses, no hat.
Yeah.
I'm looking like a turtle out of a shell. And I'm like, I know this nigga don't know who the fuck I am.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, man. I'm like, yeah. LeVar Walker. I'm like, yeah, man. God damn, boy, that voice, man. I hear you. Nigga. I ain't know you really worked in this bitch. I thought them was jokes. That's what the fuck I'm going through.
Yeah, man.
Man.
Yo, man. Lamar, man, you by far the funniest nigga. I want you to do your Cat Williams impression.
Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to thank each and every one of you motherfuckers for coming out to this motherfucker to see what the fuck I got going on. Nigga can't go to the motherfucking store without the goddamn police pulling up on your motherfucking ass trying to knock your motherfucking head off.
Oh shit. Yo, man, this has been dope, man.
This has been a long interview. How long has this
Yeah,
been?
it's been an hour. We been
I
about
like
an hour.
that. And that's the vibe we got. So when did you start comedy?
I started 2003.
And so what made you move out of LA?
So, a couple of things.
Mm-hmm.
My wife is from Dallas,
Okay.
so I moved out here to be with her. And then I was just having too many legal problems in California.
So are you from LA originally?
Yep.
You
Born-
are from LA.
Born and raised.
Wow.
Yeah.
Are you a Crip or a Blood?
Neither.
But
I-
are you more? Yeah, I'm sure you have affiliations. So
mean,
your
I know
uncles were Crips or Bloods?
I know a bunch of Crips.
So you're a Crip.
I'm not a Crip, but,
But your
I
family
knew,
were Crips.
I knew a bunch of
Wow.
Crips. I knew a bunch of Crips.
Okay, cool.
And it was like for a short stint. I think I was probably like in 6th, 7th grade where I was trying to join a Crip gang.
Right.
And then my mom just moved out the area.
And
so,
you didn't get jumped in. Yeah.
Oh, I got jumped in.
Oh, you did get
Yeah,
jumped in.
yeah,
Wow.
but
Well, what was that experience like?
So it was like it was this one dude. His name was Don Vay.
And you couldn't hit back.
Oh no, you can fight back.
Okay.
Yeah, you got to fight back because you can get jumped in 3 or 4 times.
So who was the nigga that got jumped in and whooped all them niggas' asses?
I don't.
And it
So-
gotta be one.
So here's the thing: if a nigga can fight, then they has 2 or 3 niggas that's gonna jump you.
Right, but he probably beat them up too. I want to meet that nigga. Hey, cuz, we jumping again, cuz. Yo, homie knocked everybody out, cuz. I'm talking about niggas swinging and shit.
Yeah, if you get jumped in and you can
Nigga.
fight, it's gonna be a couple of niggas on you. But I had to fight this dude named Don Vay to get in. I think I fought him. We had to go a minute. You had to go a minute, no matter what. It was just whatever.
Did you win?
No, I'll say no. No, I didn't win.
Did he put you to sleep?
No, he didn't put me to sleep. It was just like a lot of wrestling. I'm 6th, 7th grade. You know what I'm saying? You really ain't.
Were you tall for your grade? Or you had a growth
So-
spurt? This nigga had a growth spurt at 30.
Nah, nah. I was the youngest dude on my. I was the youngest dude on my street. I was the youngest dude on my street. So I was in 6th grade. The dudes who was jumping me in was like 7th, 8th grade. So I was little.
So did you grow to crayons? What was it called? I'll be listening to Kendrick Lamar.
What?
Rosecrans.
No. So
What's
that's Compton.
Rosecrans?
Rosecrans run through L.A. and Compton.
Oh.
Yeah.
Where'd you grow up?
I grew up on the east side. When I was gangbanging or about to get in gang, it was on Palmer-Lee. It was on the east side.
Did you have a gang? Did they have a gang name for you? You like little
They did.
Shitty?
It was Baby Young Buck.
Oh, Young Buck.
Yeah.
Wow. Baby Young Buck. Wow.
Yeah.
Baby Young Buck.
And I spelled the buck with 2 C's.
Oh. Hey, homie. We big poppin'. I like you got the Nipsey joining.
Yeah, man.
Nip was a Crip. Did you know him?
I didn't know him, but I went to school with a bunch of niggas that because Nips is a little younger than me, so a lot of niggas that he hung
I
around.
didn't like Nip when he first came out because I thought he
Really?
was a Snoop Dogg knockoff, and I didn't know anything about him. But I'm like, yo, this nigga sound like Snoop.
So I got a different appreciation because I went to high school.
Not
Across
to
the
say
street
I
from
don't
this
fuck
dude.
with him now.
Yeah,
Because
back
listening to
then.
him now, I get it. But
Yeah.
like when I see this guy come out with it was just this
Yeah.
is Snoop again.
Yeah, I mean,
And I think from a worldwide view, that's where we were at with Nip.
and I think even
Yeah.
when I first got introduced to Nip, I was like, oh, this nigga look like Snoop. You know what I'm saying? But then once I started listening to the music, because him and Snoop are from 2 totally different areas, right? He may look like Snoop with the long ponytails, you
But
know what
he's
I'm saying?
tall, he's slim.
But they from 2. If you from
they
LA,
both look like dogs.
if you if you from LA, you understand that it's totally 2 different areas.
Snoop and Nipsey look like beagles, like a beagle dog, like a
Nah.
Doberman. They
No,
look
we-
like
no,
Doberman.
we're not gonna disrespect Nip on this.
I'm
show.
not disrespecting.
Yeah, we're not gonna.
How's that? Does Snoop look like a Doberman to you?
A Doberman? When he did that what's my name?
Dog.
He don't look like no, he
Nip
don't-
and
no, no,
Snoop
no.
don't look similar to you
Nah,
in the face.
Nah,
It's no disrespect. I'm just.
they don't
calling-
look. They don't look the same. They just both tall with braids.
But when he first came out, did he look similar to you?
No, so here's my
And
thing.
this is no disrespect. I know niggas like, oh shit. No.
So
This
here's
is
the thing.
just how I saw it.
When I first got hip to Nip, it was a song I was going through with my baby mama, and it was a song but him and YG did. It was called "Bitch You Broke," and that song was like my anthem when I was going through with my baby mom. And so that's what I used to go on stage to. That's what I used to like. I was like, who the fuck is this? And then that's when I got hip
So
to
you
Nip.
you hadn't seen him.
Yeah, nah.
So like my thing was, and I'm younger, I had saw him first, and it was a total dismiss. And I'm sure, like, if you were to talk to people in the nation, they probably had that same thing, because
Yeah.
I'm coming up from a hip hop era of the 90s.
Yeah.
Where, you know what I mean? If there was any similarity in another act, you dismiss that act immediately. So it's no knock,
I get it.
because
Because
as I've learned about him and I've listened to his music now, I get it. But that initial exposure to him, I saw Snoop Dogg. I didn't see Nipsey Hussle.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's not like, I'm not trying to be like disrespectful or disrespect anybody that's passed or deceased, but that's just my honest
No, I get it.
opinion, and
I
that's
know,
my honest feeling.
I know he was
of
getting
what
those. He was getting those.
He had to
comparisons.
be.
Yeah, he was
like,
getting those comparisons.
you feel me?
Yeah.
Long Beach, was he from Long Beach?
No, he's from L.A.
He's from LA.
He's from
but
LA.
it was just that it was just such similarities there. You see what I'm saying?
No, I
I'm in
get
here
it.
with an LA hat on right now.
Yeah, no, I get it.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
I
get
bought the I got the jogging suit. I fuck with him.
The
You know
Puma
what I'm
one?
saying? No.
Or the
no, I
Crenshaw?
got the Crenshaw.
I wanted to get that shit. That shit was just too expensive at the time.
Yes, it's a number on that motherfucker.
I was like, goddamn, Nip.
I spent a bag.
I was like, shit.
But I mean, like, nah, it is no disrespect. You know what I'm saying? With his mindset, as far as business ownership, things of that nature,
And that's why-
there's a newfound respect. Not even newfound, but just to learn about it. But initially, and I'm pretty sure.
Everybody, you're not
Right,
alone
I
in
know
that.
I'm not.
Yeah, you're not
I
alone
know
in
I'm
that.
not
Everybody
alone, but
did.
that's just my honest thing. And I think him and Snoop do look similar. Dude, they look alike.
They-
There's no knock. And I'm not saying they ugly,
I'm
but
not-
them niggas they look similar,
How?
bruh. Him and Snoop Dogg look similar, bro.
You talking about before he passed, or you talking about when he first came out?
When that nigga first came out, even
Okay, yeah, I give you that. I give you that.
Even, I mean, but right before he passed, they look similar.
No way.
Similar
I
statue,
can't give you that
face,
one. No, nothing.
nigga.
At that point,
Let's
Nipsey,
keep it a buck.
let's keep it a buck. At that point, Nipsey didn't grow a beard.
Okay,
He didn't like
he was slim, bro.
slim.
He was a
Yes,
small guy,
yes, slim. Okay.
but they were very and look, it's the same thing, because with entertainment, if a nigga is where I'm from, it's not his fault that I came out first and he might sound similar to me.
But that's
or
what everybody-
dress similar to me.
That's what everybody was saying with Ja Rule and Tupac. That's what everybody was saying
Nah.
with R. Kelly and what's the other dude name from from Guy? What's his name? Aaron Hall.
that nigga Kelly.
Aaron Hall.
He Aaron, no, he talked about that.
Aaron Hall?
said, "Yo, Kelly bit him a little bit," and I'm a Chi-Town nigga.
Yeah.
He kind of hit that nigga a little bit, And it's not to say that he bit him purposely. I think that, as an artist, you can't deny looking up to other artists,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
So, even before you find your own voice.
Mm-hmm.
So, of course, and it's not that you're voluntarily stealing or no shit like that, but subconsciously, this is how you're shaping yourself until you find your own voice. Because
So-
as a comic,
So
there are comics that, nigga, I see myself all in Atlanta.
yes.
Niggas are being me, but I don't get mad because I'm like, they're like babies and they're trying to find who they
Themselves.
really are,
Right, but here-
through my voice.
Here's what I would say about LA, right? Especially niggas that are Crips or gangbang, right? Back in like 2000s, you know what I mean? Especially in the 90s, gangbangers wear white t-shirts, Dickie suits. Like there's a swap meet or a mall that you can go to, and it's like a uniform that all niggas buy.
Yeah.
So when Snoop came out, Snoop had on the Crip uniform. right? For niggas that could afford the $5 t-shirts, the $10 pants, you know what I'm saying? And when Nipsey came out, Nipsey had on the Crip uniform. So that's why I feel like they probably
Right.
looked like.
So when
but
when you
as
look at,
Nip transitioned, Nip came to his own.
No,
he
he
growed his
did.
beard out.
but
You know what I'm
that
saying?
was as a consumer, right?
Yeah.
That was my initial perception.
And I'm saying I get you that, but I'm
and
saying.
that's nothing to
But you said it
diss
right
him.
after
I'm
he
not-
passed,
I'm
right
not-
when he, right before he
I'm not
passed.
dissing him or nothing like that.
No, it's not a diss.
But after he passed, I learned more about him, unfortunately. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I didn't get into him while he was alive. And that's no knock, but I'm just saying the immediate perception that I had, I didn't know. Because, you got to understand, niggas looking at, they not just looking at, you're not just looking at Nip now. You're not just looking at the artist. You're looking at the record company. So in my mind, I'm like, oh, the record company is trying to make a duplicate
Of
person
Snoop. Yeah.
that they're pushing because they already have the data on this person and they want to duplicate this same success.
Yeah, I
so
see that.
that is the perception in my mind.
Yeah.
Similar, and it's even just like, when we look at Kobe, I mean, I'm from Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
Walk like Mike,
Yeah.
talk like Mike, play like Mike.
But I think that was like his first 5-6 years. After that,
Right.
It was no-
But the only
it
thing,
wasn't even no comparison. At that point, it was like, it's him.
Even with him, and I love him or whatever, but that thing with Shaq had turned a lot of motherfuckers off.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, that's just real.
You know what's so crazy is in LA, like I think everybody, every young nigga in LA got a sneaking in the form, which was the arena in Inglewood. I think every nigga in LA got a sneaking in the form story, right? Here's my sneaking in the form story. So my homeboy lived across the street from the Forum. We went to the Forum. We snuck in, and this was when they was in the playoffs against the Rockets. I sneak on the floor. I don't know how the fuck I get down there. I'm on the floor. The game ends. I walk in the back where the locker rooms is with Shaq and his family. Shaq's whole family is big. I'm talking about like from the mama to the sisters to the everybody
That's
is
a
big.
massive fucking man. dude.
Everybody is big, right? When I'm in the back waiting. They have everybody coming out. They do press. They come out and they go to their cars. I'm in the little tunnel where everybody at waiting on their cars. Kobe come out. I was like, "What up, Kobe?" This nigga don't say shit to me. Like this nigga look at me, and then there's a bunch of little kids. He don't say shit to me, and he start fucking with the kids. Derek Fisher come out. I was like, "Fish, what's up, man? Let me get your shoes." He was like, "Man, I already gave them away." Y'all like, "All right, bet." So this is, and at that point, once Kobe didn't say nothing to me, I was like, "Man, fuck Kobe." I was like, "Fuck him."
Exactly.
And then after that, I seen everything else that came with the Shaq thing and everything, and I was like, "Yeah, I definitely don't fuck with Kobe."
And Shaq.
But you know
is
what's
a
crazy?
Massive dude.
I named my newborn daughter Kobe.
Wow.
That's
That's a good story.
yeah.
I give you love for that.
Shut up,
Like,
man.
no, for real. Nigga, I got to work with Shaq. Well, I knew Shaq from Shaq All-Star Comedy Jam.
Yeah.
Joking and shit. And
Yeah.
then he was an Uncle Drew.
Yeah.
And I wasn't hired to be the Foot Locker manager in the movie. I was hired to be like a comedy consultant and teach niggas how to act like old men, because a lot of my bits of me acting like old men.
Yeah.
Lil Rel had hooked that up or whatever. Hey, Shaq, man, that's a massive fucking man, dude.
Yeah.
And this nigga is Thanos, bro. Like, if you've watched...
He
if
cool
any
as
of
shit
you-
too, though.
No, he a good dude.
Cool
But
as
if
me,
any of
man.
you guys have watched Avengers, Shaq is Thanos. That's like when you see this nigga in person, and he's very playful. And nigga, I'm gonna tell you a story. So we doing Uncle Drew, and they got the Sprinter vans to take us from the movie set back to craft services and shit like that.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting in the front of the in front of the Sprinter van, and I see Shaq coming towards the Sprinter van. That is, the nigga's bigger than the Sprinter van. He's taller than the Sprinter van. So I opened the door.
Yeah.
Cause you know what I'm saying, so he could sit up front.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, fuck this. Let me go and get out of here. Open the door, dog. He's coming. I open the fucking door to get out. Dog, this nigga put his finger in and poked me back in that bitch. Bro, I fall. Like, I literally fell in the fucking van. Like, oh, shit. Like, what the fuck? Yo, you ain't got a little van. What you doing? You ain't got a little van. You ain't got a little van. What you get a little van for then? That was one time. Second time, he is in a circle, like, you know, talking to motherfuckers and shit. And the shit, I was getting bored. I'm like, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
I start to walk off. I get maybe 100 yards away. I feel a fucking hand
Grab your shoulder.
bring me back in. Bro, I was damn near to the door. That nigga's hand came all the way
Yeah.
and brought me back into the conversation. He didn't look at me. He didn't acknowledge. He just kept talking. He just brought me back in. Yo, where this motherfucker going? Get back in here. I'm still talking, motherfucker. I'm still talking.
Yeah.
Brought me back and huddled me in that bitch, dog. I'm like, what the fuck, man? That's a big motherfucker.
Yeah.
But yo, as far as this whole nip thing, don't edit me and make me sound fucked up.
I don't edit at all.
It's just literally like
I don't edit
that was
at all,
my
so.
initial opinion, but like the advice, I listened to his advice. I fuck with him, and he's a super entrepreneur. He was a fucking visionary. This nigga was. Dude, he was next level for real, and
100.
that's why I paid all that money for the Crenshaw top and the pants. And he's an amazing guy. But initially, when I knew nothing about him, you know what I'm saying, just looking at it from the surface, and I'm sure there are millions.
Don't try to back
of
that
niggas-
shit up now, nigga.
I'm not backing
These
it up.
Crips finna be on your ass
Nah,
now,
I don't
nigga.
want no shit. Please,
These Crips
don't
finna be
kill
on
me.
this nigga ass
Don't kill
now.
me, but that it was initial, and I bet you it's Crips that said the same shit. Oh, that motherfucker like, I know it. I'm a nigga. I'm a nigga's nigga.
Probably motherfuckers from other parts of the world, yeah. But
But this is me
from
not being in LA,
yeah, Atlanta nigga,
Chicago, Atlanta.
Yeah.
Just that initial perception.
Yeah, I get
You
it.
feel me?
Yeah, I get it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And could that be the reason why, like, even with Kobe, before the death or whatever, does he not get that just due? And this is before the death, because he was so much like Michael Jordan with his game, where it was identical. Identical. There was no difference. Don't fucking sit here. Listen, I love KB. Shout out to Kobe. It was the same game. And they've showed YouTube videos where you can literally not fucking tell them apart. You cannot tell them apart. Am I lying?
No, but here's the thing. I would give you that the first 5 or 6 years.
When did the game change?
I think the game changed probably around that time he made his first championship. So about 2000, 2001 maybe. 2001 I would say is where he started coming
And I
to
can't
his own.
knock him because he studied the best. I mean,
Yeah.
this motherfucker Jordan is the greatest basketball player that we will ever see.
Yeah,
There will never be another Jordan.
we'll see. We'll
I
see.
guess you must be a LeBron fan.
I am.
So you think LeBron is better than Jordan? There's no fucking way.
See,
He's
I
not.
think here's what I
There's
think.
nobody better than Jordan.
I think athletically wise, 100% he's better than Jordan. But as far as that grit and that will to motherfucking win. I don't think that part nobody's going to ever be able to get that
Let me
part.
tell you something.
Nobody's ever going to be able to get that part. But athletically,
in Michael Jordan's prime,
athletically,
in Jordan's prime, he would have put a lock and key on LeBron James all day. He would have locked him down.
and like I said, because his
comparing-
will, yeah, it's unmatched.
Bro,
Athletically, LeBron is 6'10", 240, 250. This nigga's a monster.
You talking about a nigga that dunked on motherfucking Patrick Ewing, nigga.
Who the fuck is Patrick Ewing?
You know how much bigger that nigga was than LeBron, bro?
Patrick Ewing was like 7 feet. That's 2 inches. That's 2 inches.
Nigga shitted on Akeem Olajuwon, nigga.
And then who?
Come on.
You
fuck
really sound
outta
like
here,
really sound like an old nigga right now.
No, I
Because-
don't. Dude, this is the truth.
Hakeem can't jump.
Hold on.
Patrick Ewing
Hold on.
can't jump.
Hold on.
Patrick Ewing can't jump.
Bro.
Both of them motherfuckers was unathletic. So I'm talking about a nigga that's almost the same size as 2 inches shorter than Patrick Ewing and Hakeem that can jump, dribble, everything.
You can't touch a nigga in the NBA right now. You can't touch a motherfucker, man.
I don't care.
This nigga's hooping. You talking about a man that was scoring the points he was scoring. And he was playing in quicksand. Michael Jordan in this league would have averaged no less than 82 points a fucking game.
You
You can kiss my ass.
you crazy.
Bro, Kobe showed you what Michael would have averaged. Kobe showed you. He took his game. He took his game. Kobe, dog, Jordan said himself he would have averaged damn near 100 points, and I believe that shit, bro. This man getting touched. You not coming in that lane without paying a price. They not paying a price. They just going in there. What? Niggas was killing you. You come in that motherfucking 3 second zone,
Hey
dog.
man, we can't.
They were killing you.
We're not. We can't help the era that LeBron grew up in.
Whatever.
That's not
I'm
his
just
fault.
keeping it a buck.
That's not his fault.
I'm not saying he wouldn't have been good.
6'10", 240,
Dog,
250.
You don't see
with that could dribble,
niggas like
pass,
Michael
and
Jackson
jump.
and Michael Jordan, but every 100 years. Mike Tyson, Michael Jackson, Michael Jordan. That's a godly name. Mike.
Michael Jackson. There's always a replacement.
Who?
Michael Jackson.
Who replacing Michael Jackson?
Chris Brown.
Get the fuck out of here. No.
Chris Brown.
Fuck no.
Chris Brown.
Fuck no, dog.
Chris Brown.
Nah, dog.
Chris Brown.
Nah. No. No.
I
Chris Brown is super dope. And I will put him right under Michael Jackson.
he's
But that nigga ain't no motherfucking Michael Jackson.
okay.
I have never seen a grown man from Bucharest cry over Chris Brown. And until I see that,
From Bucharest.
Bucharest.
You know why? You know why the motherfuckers was crying? Because they didn't have the kind of exposure that Chris Brown has right
If
now.
Michael
Because there was no
Jackson-
social media.
Listen.
The only way you could see Michael
Right. If
is,
Michael was
is
in
on
his
stage.
if Michael was in
at a
his prime
concert.
right now, that nigga would have 4 billion followers. It's only 8 billion people on Earth.
Michael Jackson wouldn't even have a Twitter or Instagram or Facebook. He wouldn't have it because
His fake Instagram, Twitters would have 1 billion followers, bro. Easy.
no.
Or he would be a nigga with 1 billion followers with one post. Hi. Hi. That motherfucker have one. Dog, that nigga would have 1 billion likes. He would have 790 million comments and over 1 billion followers with a hi.
You said 1 billion?
Easy. Easy. Michael Jackson? How did niggas compare? This nigga been singing and dancing since he was 5.
Okay.
He had 10 years in the game at 15. At 25, the nigga was 20 years in the game.
Chris Brown got 72 million followers.
Bro.
And this nigga
Michael
following
Jackson
one person.
would have 1 billion followers.
And Chris Brown is following one person.
Nigga, get the fuck out of here.
He following one person. Man, let's get the fuck out of here, man. Because I know you got
We about
to,
to go. I gotta go take a nap.
yeah.
You gotta give me one of these hoodies, man.
I will, man.
You got some merch. Let me
yeah,
get a hoodie.
hell
I
yeah.
love that. That's dope. I like the pink you got.
Yeah.
Match that joint.
Yeah.
Woo!
The hoodies, they available online too for people. Tapinpodcast.com. So,
Podcast.
you know what I'm saying? Yo, man, I appreciate you for coming on. Leave your
Man,
social
thank
in
you,
case
man.
people want to check out
y'all
your
hit me
videos.
Up, LeVar Walker, everything LeVar Walker, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the legendary Kobe and Nip. And this was just my initial, no judgment. I love both of those brothers and what the impact that they left on the world. So please follow me, LeVar Walker. Leave some insight.
Yes.
And a lot of y'all do feel the same way I feel, and I know that because I'm just a regular guy. But
Yes. And if any Crips want to get at him, is LeVar Walker
I
on
will,
Instagram.
and understand there are Crips that want to get. I do call the police. I'm a bitch ass nigga. I snitch. I will sue. I will take you to the fullest extent of the law. Understand, attacking me is like attacking an old white Jewish woman, and you will pay the same consequence. Just please understand that. And I do not care about any type of being a real nigga. None of that. It's all out the window. I don't give a fuck. I pay taxes. I'm not a thug. I'm not with that shit, even though I grew up in the hood on the south side of Chicago. I'm a pharmacist. I have a doctorate degree, and I sue and I tell. So just understand those parameters are in place. And as you're kicking my ass on your social, understand if you don't kill me, there will be a price to pay in the morning.
This nigga's
When
taking
I'm
notes.
on the news and telling
had
on
on
your
Nikes.
motherfucking ass.
Nikes with dirty socks.
Nigga.
Yo, man, I appreciate you for coming through, man. This.
Now
this
you
is
sending
fun.
me an Uber back? Or-
Yeah,
Okay.
I got you, my nigga.
You really you doing your thing, man.
on,
My man sent me a black truck and shit
We
to
alright,
come
man.
get me and shit. I ain't know.
It may be different going back though.
Nigga. That's how niggas do. That's why I had to call the promoter for this show. I say, yo, man, you taking me back to the airport, right? Because after the show, niggas don't want to take you to the airport. You just be stuck. Ah, man, I'm asleep. Niggas be on some bullshit. I'm like, yo, man, you going to come get me, right? Fuck that.
Oh shit. Yo, man, this has been the Tap In Podcast. Appreciate it. Holla at y'all.